I wanted to talk about my experience with semen retention. I've done semen retention for like I've known about it. I think since I was like at least I think I've known about it like ever since I started masturbating. I'm not gonna lie, because I think that inherently I was raised Christian, so you kind of know like I think that there is this concept of like inherently you felt shame about what you were doing, so you kind of realize like, okay, if I don't do this thing, I do tend to feel better about myself. So I've known about it for a while, like maybe since I was like 12 or 13, and I think that I really took it seriously around maybe I would say when I graduated high school, which was like 6 years ago or something like that, and or maybe even before. And I would go on little streaks, like maybe like I don't know, 30 to 60 day streaks, and same now where and then from like high school to like now at 25, like I've been going on like 60 to 30 day streaks here and there, and I would definitely say it's a good thing overall. Like I think that it's good for your discipline and like just I think it's just good to kind of like overcome lust. I think that like it's definitely the first step to kind of overcoming lust. I think that it's like at least for me, like what I've experienced is there's like levels to it. So the first is like definitely like releasing. Like that's definitely the first thing. And then the second thing that I would say is the second thing is like stop, watching porn. Like that like that's the second thing. And then the third thing, like this is like the newest thing that I've encountered. Because I think I've been on a streak for like I think it's been like maybe 3 to 6 months. I kind of have stopped counting. But um, the third thing is like edging and like uh, and viewing like explicit material. So I think that like just like on the internet, like on Instagram and stuff, kind of see like bikini pictures and just like dumb shit like that. Um, just kind of removing that stuff from your life. Like as you get uh deeper into SR, you kind of want to remove that stuff out of your life. You just have the natural inclination to be like, I feel like this isn't serving me. Let me remove it from my life. Um, what I would say is like what you're doing is you're kind of like transferring energy, right? So instead of releasing energy, you're maintaining it, and when you have all this energy, uh, it's just good. Like you can use it to accomplish your goals. Like you become more confident in general just because you have energy, right? So I think that overall it's a really good practice, and I would advise like everyone to do it. Like I think it's been one of the better things in my life. And it's one of those things where it's like, at least for me personally, like I hate being off of it. Like right now, I think that the main struggle that I'm dealing with is like edging. Like I'll get into that, and like that kind of it messes me up. Like I'm trying to get to the point where it's like just fully like away from all kinds of explicit material and just all that stuff. I kind of want to be either in it in real life or and that's it. But I would say definitely just stay away from just stay away from like lust. I think that's especially like I'm not at the level where it's like in real life. Like I haven't fully understand like why it's good to kind of avoid your gaze because I know that the Bible talks about that kind of stuff. It actually did help me. I tried it for a couple days, and I noticed that like it made me more attractive as a person. Like instead of looking at like people's bodies, you kind of like look at their face and their eyes and stuff, and you just you're more human, and you try to like connect with other people on a human level, and I think that it's a really good thing. Um, yeah, I would advise it for everybody. I would definitely say like I think everybody should definitely do it. I think it's a great thing. Um, and it's one of those things where it's like I definitely think I'm going to stay on this journey for like the rest of my life, like going forward. Uh, yeah, I think it's just a dope thing to do. Um, and it does help with self confidence. So like if you are lacking in self confidence, I think that SR is definitely one of the first steps. I know for the first week, like 2 3 weeks, like you're going crazy. You're losing your mind and stuff. Um, but then after a while, you kind of like your body like kind of adapts, and you slowly kind of figure out like what works for you and what doesn't. And yeah, like there are times you kind of like for me, I haven't like slipped back into releasing, but like I'll slip back into like watching porn. Like for I'll slip back into watching porn, but when you're on SR, you become like way more aware of like, okay, this is definitely like negatively affecting me. So then you start to move away from it slowly. And yeah, I would say do it. I think for myself at least, I think it's been like the number one practice in my life. And like I knew that I had this intuition that like if I could be on a clean SR for like 365 days, that it would completely change my life. And I believe that. I think anybody like if you can abstain from porn, releasing, and edging, I think edging is like another one too. And like I think that those three, I think that especially if you're young, like if you're under 25, like under 30, and you're like an energetic dude, I think you can shift your life like completely. Like you can be unrecognizable in like a year or two. But yeah, at least for me, like it's definitely helped. But I think that a lot of it has been imperceivable. But I know like hopefully like I won't go back to how I was like a, super addicted to it. Even now, like I think like I just do my best,